the truth is like I won 2 and I lost. So for me, it was like, here I am, I got second.
And you didn't expect
consistently for so long.
Yeah.
So I was literally, besides the number one guy, right? I was the runner up. So I'm like, okay, what's wrong in my camp? What's wrong with my physique? What's wrong, and because I did everything right in my eyes. I had what I looked at as one of the best, I hate to say the word coach. He was an advisor. I worked with him since I was a teenager. Chris Aceto, he's very popular as a nutritionist in our business. So, and I had I had the big contracts. I had the lifestyle. I was settled. I, was training pretty much. I moved to Vegas to really capitalize on my bodybuilding career with 24-hour gyms. I was training around the clock. So I had to kind of regroup. And what I realized, and I didn't realize this honestly, Max, till after I retired, is it was trying to figure out how to bring my body in minus without Ronnie Coleman there. Because I can brag to you and say, I was 273 at my first Mr. Olympia victory. Well, guess what? I wasn't battling guys like Ronnie Coleman anymore. I was battling smaller guys like Dexter Jackson. Phil Heath was third that year. These guys were all, 220 to, 240. I didn't need to be, 265, 270 anymore. So I was trying to figure out like how to bring my body down in bringing in the right condition and not like looking awkward, if that makes any sense. Because once you expand as a bodybuilder to like a massive size, it's really hard to come down when you look good at that big size.
Yeah.
Like things start to look a little off. The balance doesn't look right. So I had to find and see if I was even capable of bringing my body in to battle these guys, because now, you had, the younger generation coming up. You had Kai Green and all these guys, Victor Martinez and all these people that had more aesthetic physiques than I was. Just I out-muscled people to win. And when I didn't come in like that, that is why I lost. So I tried to downsize a little bit. It just didn't look right. My body didn't settle in. And that's when I figured out, and I came back in 2009, the next year, arguably the best I ever been, and won the title back. And that was like, obviously a huge plus point for me. But that dark place is your ability to be the best there anymore. Like I had to question myself for the first time since I placed second to last at Olympia, and I made the decision I'm moving forward, and I ended up, getting second right away. I had to question whether I was going to retire or not.
When you the mentality of, I can't be beaten, and then you won first, or you won once and won again. When you came in second, and I hopefully it doesn't bring up a bad memory if obviously you came back to do great things, but were you like surprised, or were you like kind of worried at that when you were on stage of, I might not win this?
No, I knew I wasn't going to win. I knew Dexter was better. How can I say this? It was more like a lot of things cross your mind. What are people going to say? What are they going to do? How are they going to react to me? I could tell when I came out backstage, off stage, when people's faces aren't. I remember the normal, like when you're top two or you're pushing, you kind of know like, okay, the reaction, but the reaction is I wasn't so good. I mean, I could just see in people's faces.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a really different atmosphere than I was used to. So I was trying to like handle the emotions and not break down, because I was emotional. I mean, this is like, it was my life. I became Mr. Olympia. I was traveling the world. I was recognized as the best bodybuilder in the world, and I was going to get beat that night. So I had to think about, okay, how am I going to handle this decision? Because I know I'm going to lose. Now, whether I end up second, third, or fourth, I had no idea. I assumed I'd be second, right? Because the last two comparisons. But as you see, when Dexter won, I smiled, and I was prepared. But I did everything I could between that prejudging and the finals. It was a day, and I went in the saunas, and I just dried my body out and came down like super light in body weight, and just tried to be as ripped as possible to try to salvage what I could. But it wasn't enough. I didn't win.
What is going on, guys? I am Max Tuning, your host. I hope you enjoyed this little clip. If you want to see the full, magical, lovely episode, just click the link down in the description or search Don't Be Sour on your favorite podcast streaming service. And remember, thank you for tuning in.